Let's see what Sun Tzu says. On fatal train, I show them that we will not live.
It's an honor to die at your side. It's an honor to have lived at yours.
I think that's why he says, if you besiege an army, you must leave an outlet.
Spartans! Lay down your weapons! Come and get them!
Because a corner enemy with no way out is like a rabid dog. Soldiers in a dire strait will lose all sense of fear. If there is no hope for refuge, it becomes a simple math. Take one out before I go. At least I took one with me. Take two or more, I win. There's nothing these people won't do to achieve that win. Enemy's destruction becomes their final legacy. So ask yourself, why would a leader, the one in charge, purposely put his own people in that deadly ground? Better question is, why would the leader himself walk into such a trap? There are times when a general is forced to place his soldiers in a dire strait. But from the opposing general's perspective, fighting a force that has nothing to lose is dangerous. It's bad for his own men. That is why wise commander provides the golden bridge. By giving a desperate enemy a way out, he is preserving his own force. After all, Sun Tzu teaches the highest achievement is to reach one's goal without ever engaging in an actual combat. But this is about recognizing the worst of two evils in our leaders. I want to share three characteristics, three red flags that defines the worst leader from my view. Finally, I will share my hypothesis on why choosing the lesser of two evils is not only necessary but critical. It is an immediate red flag for me when a leader is proud of operating within loopholes. They may claim they don't have time for the bureaucracy, but if that bureaucracy exists to provide checks and balances, then taking a shortcut is actually short circuiting and ultimately killing the system. I am skeptical of any leaders whose default reflex is to demand fate through overused catchphrases like trust me or no one knows better instead of earning it through evidence and deeds. Secrecy is necessary when waging a war, but governing should really be about mystery. Why then the constant insistence on working in shadows, darkness, or fog? A leader who consistently avoids transparency requires a careful examination. When a charismatic leader purposely packs his tool chest with shortcuts, evidence gaps, and fog of war, consider the possibility that he isn't playing four-dimensional chess nor ancient Chinese game of Go. He may just be playing a game where your ears are muffled and your eyes are blindfolded. I'm not saying the lesser of two evil do not have their clandestine ways. I'm saying when a leader mostly resorts to tool of deception and has an aversion to sharing power, he is most likely becoming the worst of the two, if not already. This is where we stop looking at the leaders and start talking about our survival. Most people think choosing the lesser of two evil is a surrender of our values. They see that under the table corruption is equivalent to over the table corruption, typical both sidism view in present days. At least he is transparent. But think critically. Let's say bribing is under the table corruption and lobbying is over the table corruption for the argument's sake. Is there anything in the lobbying mechanism that prevents further bribing? If not, then over the table corruption includes under the table corruption and then much more of the corruption. That in no way is transparency. It's merely a sleight of hand. Given that no leader is perfect, haven't we always been choosing the lesser of two evils? A leader who hides their corruption still likely respect the rules enough to fear them. Such leaders can be forgiven or they can be fired. It means the table, the system is still standing. The greater evil is over the table. They don't hide the corruption, they flaunt it. They flip the table over and short circuit the system. They will never ask for forgiveness and they could never be fired without great cost to the people. One more critical thought. If this leader walked into the deadly ground himself, he may not be there to serve his people. He may be serving those more powerful and wealthy than himself. In that case, he is merely a soldier and someone else is leading the army. He may be in a position where he must win at all cost. Ironically, he may think he has nothing to lose. Scary. Here's the hardest truth. If you do nothing because your world is broken by both, you aren't keeping your hands clean. You are handing the matches to the arsonist. On the daily ground, doing nothing is a surrender. This leader is counting on your disgust. He needs you to walk away so he can finish the destruction. We are not looking for a hero. we are fulfilling a mission. We survived the fanaticism today, so we have a system left to hold the hypocrites accountable tomorrow. Stop looking for a clean choice and look for one that keeps us in the fight. Take the bridge. Live to fight another day.